Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video I want to talk a little bit about buying silver and gold when the prices are spiking. Now obviously it's better to wait for the dips. Everyone likes to buy low and then sell high. But especially with the metals, I've been noticing since I've been stacking, it's kind of an inverse of what I like to do. Because when the prices are up, everything seems to be more popular. You seem to hear about it more. You seem to be seeing more people buying into it because they see it's a trendy thing. They don't want to miss out on the trend going up. But for me, I'm more for waiting for the trend to be going down, where you can get it on the cheap. And then some of the more casual people that are coming in, the ones that are seeing it going up and jumping in to not miss the trend, they'll be the same ones that noticing it going down and will be selling off before it hits the bottom. For me, the dips are obviously where you're looking to buy, and the spikes, not so much. But there is a difference between a spike and the new floor, and I'm not saying we're at that new floor yet. I'm not saying that gold's never going to get under $2,000 again. Because I did just see that the timing of this video, time I started recording it, I saw an article saying that it just was 1 cent below the new high for gold. And it has obviously been going up. Same with silver. I've been seeing silver prices going up as well. And we all know what's been going on, the major catalyst that has been triggering that. And that's the stuff in the Ukraine and Russia. So yeah, it is easy to say that you're not going to be buying during the spikes, but there is that's just it will slowly happen over time. But this just might stabilize to these are where the prices are now. So you're either going to be done buying gold and silver because you didn't want to buy it at this price, or you notice the prices have kind of stabilized. It doesn't look like it's going to be going any lower, and this is the new range that I'm going to be working in. So I got to adjust my budget and this and that, and it's going to suck. But if you want to continue buying the silver and gold that you're buying, you just got to reset your budget and keep going forward. And it's tough for people to be buying when it's at these prices when they're looking at their dollar cost average. You know what I mean? For someone that's been stacking for decades and that they they have let's say 2,000 ounces of silver and their dollar cost average is $10, just around a whole number to do in this hypothetical. Well, if they were to run out and to buy, let's say 20 ounces of silver at today's prices, they're not going to be seeing a huge dent in their dollar cost average because they have a huge sample size and their average is way down in the single digits and they have a lot of it. You're just going to be throwing in, a couple of ounces on top of the 2,000. You're not going to be seeing a huge movement in their dollar cost average. And again, this is a hypothetical. I don't know anyone that would ever do this, but let's just say someone just bought a 10-ounce bar at $10 back in the day, whatever it is. And then today they were to buy a 10-ounce bar at $25. You can see that they just doubled the amount that they have in their stack, and the difference in the price that they paid was a massive price. So yes, if you have been stacking for a short amount of time like I have, buying when the prices are going up, it's just increasing your dollar cost average up more and more and more. And unfortunately, that just might have to be the case. Like I said, if these are the new numbers we're seeing as the new floor for silver, you're going to have to adjust yourself. When we've seen other spikes and dips, it might last for a day or 2 days, and then you'll see it start to rebound and go up. So you're kind of riding it up and down. And if you put off your purchase for 1 day because you see a trend and then it goes, that's different. But when we're seeing a sustained thing like this, and something like what's been going on in Russia and Ukraine, continuing to linger on, then those prices of silver and gold just might stay up and up and up. And unfortunately, if you're waiting for them to come down, that just might not happen. So if you're going to want to continue to stack, you're just going to need to change up how much you buy, maybe change up your budget a little bit. Like right now would be a bad time to buy a monster box full of American Silver Eagles. Everyone can probably agree with that fact. But if you're sitting on 10 monster boxes of Silver Eagles already, that extra one that you're adding at this price point is not going to be messing up your dollar cost average as much as if you have nothing and you were just to buy a monster box now. There are some people, I'm not in this camp particularly, like all the way. A lot of people are talking about, oh, the price manipulation and all that. I do agree that the price is being manipulated low. There have been stories about traders going to prison. I'll leave a link to a story talking about this one gold trader was bragging about how easy it was to manipulate. Now I think this dolt's in prison for a couple years. But yeah, it's a well-known fact that it's manipulating. You can kind of see like the big sell-offs and the price drops and then more people swooping in to buy at that lower price. There's just a lot of that paper garbage that's around. And as far as silver, paper to physical is 25-to-1, so the manipulation is very easy on that paper side to keep the price as low as they want. So yes, I do agree that there is manipulation in the price, but there are some people that are saying, even though it's spiking now, silver and gold, silver should be up at $300, so this is a sale. Keep buying the exact same amount that you have. Again, it's your stack, it's your budget, so there are some people that might be able to just continue stacking the way they always have. But always do what makes sense to you. You know what I mean? It could make sense to these people who believe that it's, supposed to be $100, that, even with this spike, it's still on sale and they're going to be continuing to buy as much as possible. That's up to them. Hopefully that they've done their job and hopefully that they can sustain, picking up silver at this price. But for a lot of people, they want to keep their, dollar cost average in line. They don't want to be too much. And that's where you see a lot of people saying, oh, no, I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait off to the side until things stabilize. But that could be difficult too, because while you're waiting for it to go down, it can just as easily keep climbing. You could say, oh, I'm going to wait here because the price is now up to like 40 and, I want it to get back down to 35. So I'll just wait a little bit and hopefully, we'll catch a dip and everything. But while you're saying that, the price just continues to climb up to like 45 or 50 and you're just not stacking anymore. You've basically said that this is too expensive for me. I'm not buying it. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you decide. If you think that this is something that you don't believe is for you, if you think that you're wasting your money buying at these prices. So if some people want to avoid getting into silver and gold now because they think they've missed the boat, just like a lot of people with the crypto, they think, oh, I should have got into Bitcoin when it was at 2,000. And then the same people say I should have got into Bitcoin when it was at 30,000. And I should have got into it when it was at 40. There's going to be all those people that no matter what, they'll just stay on the sidelines and, I should have got in, but I missed the boat. If you think that's what's happening with gold and silver, I'm not here to try and talk you out of it. You know what I mean? If right now it's not financially the best decision for you to be picking up gold and silver, then don't. It's not a race. You're not trying to keep up with people. I know a lot of YouTube videos you see, there's different stackers that are in different parts of their life with different, budgets and different goals, and they can pick up an ounce of gold every month, or, whatever it is. They can pick up a tube of Eagles every month. They can complete a monster box in a year. Don't try to keep up with them. That's their stack, that's at their level, and I would love to eventually get to that point. But right now, I'm not at that point. And I do understand that there's a lot of people that are at my point. They're below. And trying to break into silver stacking at this point, I could understand why it seems daunting, and it might not seem like the best choice for a lot of people. As for me, I'm going to continue to buy silver and gold, even though the prices are going up. My dollar cost average isn't the greatest, but I have been stacking for a little amount of time that the prices that I'm seeing here won't affect it too much. But that's all relative. If the prices just continue to go up, then eventually it's either stop stacking or keep buying at these prices. And of course, my dollar cost average will continue to go up, but it will be lower than the person that is just getting into it today. And it will be lower than the person that's getting into it, say a month from now. But that's just me. That's my situation. Like I'm saying, my situation is different than the person that can continue to pick up a tube of maples each month. For me, I want to pick up a bunch of maple leafs, but with the prices being the way they are, I might go for like a kilo bar just to cut down on those premiums. The prices are high enough. You might make some sacrifices on what you want to be stacking, for that better price. So again, there's people that way above me that are still, getting the ounce of gold in their, 50 ounces of silver a month, whatever it is. Then you have me. Then there's people below me. There's people that have just started stacking, say, this year. They just started in 2022. So their dollar cost average is going to be much worse than mine is, you know what I mean? So they might not be able to pick up at the rate that I'm picking up. But as I said, it's not a race. Don't think of it as competing with people. Just think of it as, this is your physical savings account. This is your hedge against inflation, and whatever fiat currency at the time you find you can put into the metals, pick up whatever you would like to pick up, whether that's gold or silver. It's completely natural to worry about what the spot price is doing, and you don't want to get burned. I always do it where, I'll hit the purchase, and then like a couple minutes later or the next day, you'll see like a huge drop, and you're like, damn, I should have waited. But you're gonna drive yourself crazy if you keep trying to get the exact best deal every single time. That's what dollar cost averaging is. So I will see that dip after I bought it, but it's not that big of a kick in the pants. You know what I mean? You might save a dollar or two on your purchase. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, as I said, for me, I'm going to continue doing it, and I'd like to hear where you guys are. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments if you are continuing to buy your silver and gold at the same clip as before this craziness happened, or if you're looking to take a little bit of a break and see if things can stabilize a little bit before you continue to pick up, or if you've completely quit and you're done with silver and gold, and whatever boat you're in, I would like to hear from you, just because I have my way of looking at things, but I like to see other people's perspectives as well. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.